Hello everyone, it's Dylan from YuGiOh Everything, and welcome back to another YuGiOh video. So a very long time ago, a couple of years ago, I did a video where I talked about what I believed was the biggest lie in maybe any dubbed anime, and that was the Shadow Realm in the original YuGiOh. There are a lot of people that, if you are not familiar with the original version of YuGiOh, the Japanese version of YuGiOh, you would not realize that the Shadow Realm is a completely made-up concept that does not exist in the original. And with how important and how well known the Shadow Realm is, I feel like there probably has not been a change in a dubbed English anime, maybe ever, I still stand by that point, that has been as significant and as unrealized as the Shadow Realm not being an actual thing. Well, in today's video, we are going to be looking at something a little more obscure, but I feel like most Yu-Gi-Oh fans will probably remember or probably know of, and that is the famous Yusei milk scene from Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's episode 11, and this is actually going to be titled The Misconception About Yusei's Milk. So not only is it the opposite type of video in the sense of that Shadow Realm English dub video, but it is also the strangest video that I have ever titled probably in my channel's history. If you are unfamiliar with the episode or you need a quick reminder of the scene, Yusei walks into a bar named Bootleg. It is a very sketchy bar filled with criminals, and he sits down at the bar as two security officers, two guys in suits, are stalking him, and he's at this bar with a card that is supposed to secretly put him in contact with a man named Blister, who is going to assist him in his travels. And he sits down at this bar, and he asks the bartender for some milk. The bartender then grabs his collar and starts angrily yelling at him for mocking him, because obviously he sees Yusei as a kid, and he sees Yusei as being kind of condescending in this moment. This scene is actually cut from the English dub. In the dub, of course, any scenes of violence are cut. But the one main thing about this scene that I think a lot of people don't realize is this is not an edit from the English dub. We know that the Yu-Gi-Oh! English dub is famous for changing storylines, changing minor things in scenes, censorship. It's what 4Kids is very known for. It's what 4K Media is very known to do in their dubs. But in this moment, this was not altered. In the original version, Yusei orders milk. Take a look.
悪いが、ここは迷子センターじゃねえんだ。とっとと帰りな。迷子だってよ。ミルクでももらおうか。なめてんのか、小僧。
My heart's breaking for you, but this ain't the animal shelter. Now get out of here. We got a no loitering rule. Paying customers only.
In that case, I'll have some milk.
And I felt like it was worthwhile making this video because I know for a fact, just being in this community for so long, that there are hundreds, probably even thousands of people that don't realize this was not a change in the English dub. I feel like we as Yu-Gi-Oh fans are so used to everything we knew growing up with Yu-Gi-Oh not being canonically accurate to the actual script of the show in Japan, that whenever something just seems ridiculous, we automatically assume that it is something that was censored or something that was altered in the English dub. And another thing that's really interesting about this scene is Yusei Fudo, as we know, is 18 years old in the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. And so when I was growing up watching this scene, I figured that he probably did order alcohol in the original because I assume that the legal drinking age in Japan is 18 years old. For whatever reason, I think most Americans are probably like this. Obviously, in America, the legal drinking age is 21. In most countries, I feel like the legal drinking age is 18. And so I always just assume that the drinking age in every other country is 18 years old, which is obviously not true. And I feel like if you live in Europe, you probably think the same thing, that the legal drinking age is 18 all across, Europe and maybe in the world, barring the United States. But actually in Japan, which is kind of a unique number, the legal drinking age is 20. It's not 18 or 21, it's 20. So in this moment, in Japan, that's obviously where the show takes place, Yusei is not legally old enough to order a drink of alcohol, and so that's probably why he orders milk. Had he been in Europe, had Yu-Gi-Oh been featured in Paris or in England, then obviously he would have been able to order alcohol, and it would have made more sense for him to probably do so, and then the English dub just to change it. But this is something that I feel like looking back on, a lot of people just assume, and again, I've seen dozens of comments, probably actually close to hundreds of comments, people just assume that this was altered in the English dub because it fits with the mantra of the English dub so well. This grown man, legal adult, of course he's not a legal adult, but legal adult in most countries, walks into a bar and instead of ordering alcohol, orders milk. And it's like, all right, yeah, the dub definitely changed that one. But I think one of the biggest misconceptions of people getting censorships wrong, which doesn't happen often, is this scene. I think there are a lot of people out there, I know for a fact, there are a lot of people out there that think this was something that only happened in the English dub, but as I just played for you guys, it's not. This was how the events actually went down in the original version. Yusei walking into this creepy bar and ordering milk, which is one of the funniest things. Of course, now you know it makes sense given the age factors. He became a legal adult by the end, so it actually would have been kind of funny if, like, in the last episode of this show, he was with Jack at this bar and they were, like, legally ordering drinks, and then maybe the English dub could have changed it to milk in that scenario. But I think this is one of those moments that a lot of people don't realize was not changed in the English dub, and Yusei genuinely orders milk in both versions, the sub, the original version, and the dubbed version of episode 11. Of course, the bar looks like it's a place that would serve minors alcohol, but they didn't go down that route in the episode. So let me know your thoughts on the misconceptions about Yusei's milk. Let me know if you genuinely knew right off the bat that this was something not changed in the original version, or let me know if you genuinely thought this was something that was altered in the English dub, and if you just assumed it was because it fit with the English dub mantra, and Yusei ordering milk became such a well-known thing. It's even one of his catch lines in Duel Links. So please let me know all your thoughts about this topic down below. Really excited to talk to you all about it. And a special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Smith620, Blue Maiden 28, Panther J, Moon Calamity, Jarrett Buller, and Aura Dragon, and to my Diamond tier patrons Jesse Wood, Latrell Smith, Pegasus Seiya, Brandon Gomez, and Soledsnak, and to my Egyptian God tier patron Stella Sky. Thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon and who is a channel member. I love you guys. You guys breathe life into the channel. Would not be able to do this without all of you. And thank you to everyone who just watches these videos. I will talk to you down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.